now that we got that out of the way, we can finally head into Hyrule Field, where we're going to be introduced to a new mechanic in this game. The time of day, yep. Time actually flows when you leave town or the forest or whatever, and Hyrule Field is one of the areas where time flows. Now, this is going to be sort of a pain in the ass in the little bit that's going to follow, because we don't have too much time to get to our destination. But, oh yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Before we get introduced to that, take a look at this. Meet Kaepora Gaebora, the second most annoying character in this game, next to Navi, of course. Basically, he's just gonna interrupt your adventure at random points and talk. Whoop! Nice little slip there. I wanted to say talk about everything and nothing, but stalking also works because of how much he's gonna show up while you're young Link. And on top of interrupting you when you want to go somewhere, there's something that makes him even more annoying than that. And it's that whenever he's done talking, he's going to ask, do you want me to repeat? And the default option is actually yes. Take a look at that. Okay, so did you get all that? Basically, that's the opposite. But basically, if you're just mashing buttons, you're screwed. You are not going to see the end of it. You actually have to press down and then select the other option. So now it's time for speedrunning tactics, because we don't have much time to reach Castle Town. I'm not going to do it too much because I like to see where I'm going, but here I think it's very necessary because we left this place at noon. We have until 6 o'clock to reach Castle Town, and time flows very, very fast. So come on, let's continue. Can we make it in time? Oh, I don't think we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it in time because the sun has started going down. Come on, faster, faster! We're not gonna do it. Oh, by the way, hey, hi, twin suns. Welcome to Tatooine. I think we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Come on, let's go. Go, 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 go. Screw speedrunning tactics. Come on, yeah! Just barely made it. Anyway, we're in Castle Town, and in this building right here, there's one of many people's favorite ways to grind rupees. There are tons of pots here that tend to be generous with the rupees. So what you want to do? Simply break them all. And I'm gonna do that right now because we're gonna be spending a few rupees soon. So I just want to build up my my bank account a little bit. And by the way, there aren't only rupees here. There's... Excuse me! I wanted to roll into the crate. Thank you. Gold Skulltula. This is number 4 of 100. And once you kill it, you pick up the token, and that's it. So we're going to be doing this 96 more times throughout the course of the game. Ain't that just fun? And yeah, we can also break the crates for more rupees, though they're generally... No, I didn't want to go on top of the crate. I wanted to roll into it. Thank you. But yeah, they're usually not as generous as the pots are. So now we got 67 rupees. That's okay, I guess. I guess it depends on how hard I suck at the upcoming minigame. So, now we made it to the Castle Town Marketplace. I'm going to ignore all those NPCs, except for one that's going to be very important rather soon. In fact, I was going to say later on, but she's going to be important in a minute or two. Awkward silence here. And yeah, you're a fairy boy from the forest. Well, thank you! And I'm saying that because of, well, fairy boy. Being called that in real life would be like the worst thing ever. Anyway, this place here is the shooting gallery, and basically it's going to be target practice with the slingshot. It costs 20 rupees per try, so let's get started. Thankfully it's mapped to B, so there is no risk of a misfire, because I sent the control stick in the wrong direction. And okay, this one. Okay, now gotta catch this one on the way down. I was about to say, but I missed it. Wonderful. So now these are going to start moving now. Here we go. And these two... Oh, come on! I missed both of them. I only got 7. Yeah, if you get 8 or 9, you get a free try, and if you get all 10, you win. Now I'm going to do this attempt, and after that, I'm going to cut to the attempt where I actually pull it off. It's not even that hard. Come on! Oh! I always get this rupee! Why am I sucking so bad at it? Anyway, if I can just get one of the other two, there we go, I'm gonna get a free attempt. So I'll see you in just a second when I actually pull it off. Okay, this is the first attempt after I started cutting, my third in total. That means I only spent rupees twice. Okay, number 3 is over here. Now if I can catch this one this time, please, thank you! Now the 2 are going to appear at the same time, and you gotta hurry because the rupees are going to go away if you're too slow. Okay, 2 more. Only 2 more. Can I do it? Can I do it? Yeah! Alright! And as a reward, we get the second Deku Seed. I was about to say Deku Stick, but it's Deku Seed upgrade, which means we can carry 50 of them, which is the absolute max in this game. There are 2 upgrades for each of those consumable items, and we just got both of them for the Deku Seed. And yes, you just saw what I saw. We're gonna have to talk to Gabora again. Stupid fucking owl. What does he want now? The princess is inside the castle. The Deku Tree already told us. Navi already told us. We know. Anyway, this is one of the areas where time flows normally, and he's actually saying something useful for once that I can talk about. And yeah, basically, time doesn't flow in towns or in the forest or at Lon Lon Ranch, but for the overworld areas like this, time flows normally. So, right now we can't do much in this place. So, there's only one thing we can do right now, and that's roll into this tree, get out of the way, and yeah, Gold Skulltula. This Gold Skulltula tends to fall down on Link a lot, so that's why you want to move out of the way before it actually falls down. So that was all we could do here for the time being. So we're going to go back into the market, and now that it's nighttime, you want to avoid all the dogs as much as possible, because you want to lure the one that's behind this stall here. Come on. Are you looking at me? Alright. Hi, doggy! And now you go over there. There's an entrance to the back alley. Right there. And you go into this house to give the dog back to its owner, who happens to be the ugliest woman ever. Okay, so I don't think I got a clear angle of, just how ugly she is, but trust me, her face is a mess. It's like she's been beaten not only by the ugly stick, but by the entire freaking tree. So now that that's done, we're going to head back to the castle area, because now that it's nighttime, when I actually enter the area, Malin is going to be waiting for us, and that's who we need to talk to in order to be able to progress. Because we could go on, however, we're going to have a nasty surprise when we actually get to the castle. Finding my dad, well, basically, yeah. Her dad has gone to deliver milk to the castle, but he hasn't come back yet, and she doesn't know what's up with him, so she's sending me to find her. And no, I don't want to know how you've been incubating that egg, though the teehee afterwards doesn't leave much room to the imagination, I'm afraid. Thanks for the mental scarring you've put me through there, girl. Anyway, there's only one moon and not 2 like with the sun. And by the way, when you hit that thing, it's a gossip stone, by the way. It tells you the current time, so it's almost midnight already. Yeah, time flows very fast in this game. Unlike in Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, it's a lot slower than that. So whenever I play these, then come back to this game, it's always awkward. Anyway, there are guards that we gotta dodge here. You haven't seen them all, but on that hill, if you went up the hill too soon, a guard finds you and basically sends you back to the beginning of this area. So there's no real threat here, so I'm just going to jump into this river. There are a few rupees, as I recall, in there. And the sun is already rising when it was midnight just a minute ago. As I said, time flows really, really fast in this game. And yep, a chicken hatched from the egg, and we're going to be using it right now, I guess. See the guy right there? That's Talon, the owner of Lon Lon Ranch, and you can even see the milk crate that he came to deliver, but he fell asleep after ringing the door or something. But anyway, let's pull out our chicken, which is right there. And look at that. This is really funny. I never get tired of this. What in tarnation? Can a person get a little shut-eye around here? And you gotta wake him up later in the game again, and he says the exact same thing. Yes, Talon, the owner of Lon Lon Ranch, as I already told you. But, yeah, now he's going to find out that Malin was worried about him because, for some reason, he decided to bring her along. God knows why. But anyway, take a look at this. This is one of my favorite bits in the game right there.
He's the fastest thing alive!
Yep, just gotta love how a lazy bum like him can run so freaking fast. Anyway, now, how do we enter the castle, you ask? Nope, not through the door. Instead, we're going to have to push some blocks over there in order to be able to gain access to this tiny little hole where the water flows from. So, sorry if this is boring. Block pushing puzzles have never really been my favorites, but it's even more boring when you're watching somebody else do it. And it's not like it's a difficult puzzle to solve or anything. You just push that one over there, and then you push this box over the other one in order to be able to jump from high enough to get over to the hole. But I guess I could count my blessings. There could be ice involved, and all of you who've been with me for any length of time know that I hate puzzles that involve ice. Anyway, now we get into this hole. If Link will just enter, thank you very much. And after that, we got a little stealth segment here. So, now we just gotta hide behind those bushes. The bushes look weird on an emulator. Oh well, doesn't really matter. At least they're not completely invisible. God, that would suck. Okay, so anyway, we gotta sneak past those guards, and they got sort of some weird patterns, so they can catch you off guard sometimes, especially if you're impatient, and if they catch you, they don't send you all the way back to the beginning of the castle area. No, they just send you outside of the castle, right where you put those milk boxes. Now, there are rupees there, but it's a trap. You don't want those rupees because you will get caught. Unless you're much better at this game than I am, but I'm not even going to take a chance. Okay, just being careful here not to fall off prematurely and get caught by the guard. I guess the coast is clear for this one. Yeah, you really gotta be patient, because it's when you try to rush things that you will get caught. I guarantee it. And these guards have, like, the dumbest pattern ever. They follow each other, and, like, the point of having two guards is to grant a higher field of vision. But if both guards are at the same place, then that means absolutely nothing. So basically, the King of Hyrule is basically paying one of those guards, whichever one you choose, for absolutely freaking nothing. Anyway, wasn't that just the easiest thing ever? So, now that we're done with the guards, we are going to get to the castle courtyard, and this scene here is one of the most famous in the game. First, we get to sneak up on Zelda from behind like a creepy pervert, and, well, I can sort of understand her reaction here. Well, how did you get past the guards? Well, they were stupid! They were the worst freaking guards ever! Instead of just sticking at the choke points, they just chose to go around fountains and bushes and shit. Anyway, she actually knows all about us because of a dream she had. And as I said at the beginning of this LP, all dreams are premonitions. Every last one of them in video games. And yes, I have no choice but to answer yes, because if I answer no, then she's gonna ask me the question over and over again until I say yes. But anyway, I'm gonna stop here for today, so I guess I'll see you next time.